Hello, this is Sanad here, and welcome to another Dragon Ball video. This video is different than my normal videos. I normally do toy reviews or, some kind of top 10 list or something, but this is a different. This is something that I'm absolutely serious about. This is not going to be played around for jokes. This is definitely a legitimately serious video. And today we're going to be talking about how to spot a bootleg for Dragon Ball Super Blu-Rays. And why do I have to make this video? Well, for one, normally bootlegs are something that are very obvious that they're bootlegs. It's pretty easy to tell, especially bootleg toys. Bootleg toys are like the easiest thing to spot out sometimes. But Blu-rays, it's a little trickier, especially when you're ordering online. The other problem is that I received this bootleg copy of Dragon Ball Super Part 5 from a fulfilled Amazon third-party seller. Fulfilled meaning that it was Prime eligible, it was processed by Amazon, it even showed up in one of the Amazon bubble mailers that I hate because they're flimsy and non-recyclable. Yeah. So the thing is that, like, I don't like their bubble mailers, but, it arrived bubble mailer, it was Prime, it was fulfilled seller, it should have been good. It was cheaper than every other listing, it was cheaper than any other store. I was like, cool, I'm gonna get Dragon Ball Super Part 5 for 20 bucks. And then I received a bootleg. So how did I know it was a bootleg? Well, I didn't have this copy yet. This I received from Amazon directly. They actually lowered the price down to what the third-party seller was selling due to their automated price adjust system, so it kind of worked out for me. But I got a refund on this, so I still have to return this, but I did get an official copy. And so I want to do this comparison here. When I did get the bootleg, I did a sort of comparison using the previous Dragon Ball Super volumes, but I felt like that wasn't strong enough, where you need a side-by-side between Part 5 and Part 5, real and bootleg. So essentially that's what we're dealing with. How do you spot a bootleg on Amazon before you order it? It's basically impossible. It's on the same listing as the official Amazon one, it's just another seller option, and really, it's hard to tell. So eBay, always be cautious on eBay. I thought with Amazon fulfilled third-party sellers, you'd still be okay because they're still guaranteed by Amazon. But Amazon's response to this was just, oh, send it back, we'll give you your money back. If you want a replacement, you can get it from the same seller. And I'm like, but I don't want another bootleg. So there's more to that. There's more, ethical reasoning and stuff to look into with Amazon and the third-party sellers, and that's something that I want to look into in the future. But specifically for this video, I do want to talk about what are the noticeable details. Now, where am I coming from this to say, oh, I know how all the bootlegs look? I already got a bootleg once before. To tell a story, which without these, I had ordered Part 4, same deal. Third-party seller, I didn't even notice it was a third-party seller. It was cheaper than the others. I was like, okay, I can get Part 4, awesome. And then I got a bootleg, which was exactly the same differences on this new Part 5. So I know what a bootleg looks like. It was off to me because of the way that things were packaged, and I was like, something's not right here. And then I looked inside, figured out it wasn't. So that's where mine coming from the stance. I have, of course, 1 through 4 here, official. Now I have 5 official, and I have 5's bootleg. So what is the first sign of the bootleg? Well, let's take a look at the official one. So we have the slipcover. Let's ignore the slipcover and notice how the Blu-ray disc is wrapped underneath the slipcover. This is an important detail because when I received this, as well as the Part 4 bootleg, it came in a very tight shrink wrap, plus there's the Amazon label there, a very tight shrink wrap that is was taped together even, that is very strong. It's not easy to tear. I had to cut it off. It does not move. And so because of that, if you notice here, it ended up folding the slipcover down around the edges to the point where the Blu-ray come out. This is something Funimation would not do. They would definitely take care of their products. So this is the first little sign here. You should be getting something like this where the slipcover is on the outside, which does get dinged up in transit sometimes. And then when you get inside, you can just kind of take a corner of the shrink wrap, because it's not really shrink wrap as much as it is wrap, and it tears apart in your hands. Like you can't even pull it off in one chunk. So that's how you know. Okay, that's how you know that. So let's move back to the slipcovers. I think that's the one of the easiest things to tell. First of all, you can tell the coloring. Now, here's the thing: if you didn't have Part 5 in hand, you wouldn't be able to tell what coloring is wrong. But if you notice, the darker blue across the top, the darker everything, essentially. This is a dark burgundy brown. This is a nice bright red. So if you have a previous one, you can still tell, like, okay, something's wrong with that blue banner. So that was like my first clue way back when. So moving on that regard, if you notice on here, you notice how there is a metallic finish across the whole cover. There should only be a metallic finish across the character art, not the entire cover, just the character and the logo. So because of that, Goku Black should be the only thing shining here, while this is the entire case. You can also notice on the sides here, this is another detail. You notice how the Funimation logo has a wider mouth than it does over here, and the Toei logo does not look right whatsoever compared to the one there. Other than that, it's going to be roughly the same. Continuing to the back, on the official one, you can notice it's full color images, everything doled out by this metallic shine. They just printed a metallic shine case. This is kind of like Funimation's copy protection almost, where they specifically shine a certain part. It's a more expensive version. So this is like an entirely shiny case. So the shine's supposed to throw you off to think that this is real. The other thing you want to notice, Funimation has a specific cutout. It's like that on all of them. Very specific, very detailed cutout for the UPC. It's a very crude, very just cut and paste kind of thing there. Otherwise, the information is going to look about the same. If we take the slipcovers off and get to the Blu-ray cases, much with all the other parts, they're in the same kind of nice beveled, nicely chromed, very sturdy, very solid Blu-ray case. Look at the Bootleg, you open it up, it's got this very flat, very cheap, there's like plastic molding. It doesn't even hold together, like it pretty much just comes apart super duper easy, and it's super flimsy. So that's another sign. The coloring issues continue here. As you can notice, brown versus red, as well as the sides, where this is what is actually really scary, is that they actually copied the Funimation and Toei logos almost exactly there. Because this is just a darker, it's a different paper quality copy of this. So there's that. So to that extent, if you notice, it does not, it's fitted up here, it does not fit down here. So there's an overlap. Cheaper companies will do this. Funimation has a very good track record with packaging quality. We're not talking about the quality of their discs or anything in this video. So you notice red underneath, pop this down, brown, very brown. It's just all the colors are darker. So if you look at the discs themselves, let's just take disc 1 from here. We'll take disc 1 from here. So first up, this one, disc 1, this is the official one. It's a nice artwork of Trunks, episodes 53 to 61. And you can notice how the artwork is not disrupted by the center disc of the disc. So you see this little section here. You can kind of see the art there, sort of. And you get the nice reflective, coated Blu-ray. This is like, the scratch resistant stuff. And it's a nice silver all across. Look at the Bootleg, and you can notice that you can see where the circle is in the middle because it's darker. The line art is not as prominent. As you can notice, it sort of vanishes. This is very light. This is very etched. It's because this is a label. This is an etched disc. On the back, you will notice, boom, it's blue. Now, what does it mean by blue? It's not scratch resistant because it doesn't have the coating, and this is a recordable -R BD disc, which means when I put it in my Blu-ray player, it says BD-R. When I did this with the Part 4 Blu-ray, I was super suspicious because I was like, that's not right. It should be a BD-ROM, which is a copy-protected press disc. This is a recordable disc, which is the sign of a bootleg. So essentially, when it comes down to it, when you put this disc in the Blu-ray player, this is the same with Part 4 and Part 5. All of the episodes are correct. Bonus features, everything, creditless stuff, all that is on these discs because they are copies of the official ones. So this is essentially the same content. What you're going to notice, though, is there may be some weird timing issues with subtitles. I noticed that. But more specifically, the picture quality hits a maximum 720p when it should be 1080p. And the audio is only 2 channels instead of 5.1. So it's only 2.0 audio. So if you have a surround sound system in your house, you will notice this. If you don't, you may not notice on the disc content, which is why the packaging callouts is very important. If you also notice on here, the general text is more blurred and unreadable, while it is very distinctive on the official one. So that is essentially everything I can tell you about the Dragon Ball Super Blu-rays bootlegs that are running about, and they are running about because of Amazon third-party sellers, even ones that are fulfilled. So like I say, always be cautious on eBay, also be cautious on Amazon. I honestly right now, based on how many reports I've seen, because I talked about this on Twitter, I got a bunch of people's stories, there has been a bootleg problem at Amazon that they don't seem to be fixing. And that's a problem because this is stuff coming from them that's supposed to be fulfilled by them and has their guarantee, and it's an unofficial product. So this is going to be going back to Amazon because I do want to get, I don't have to pay for it, but I will be keeping my official Blu-ray. From now on, though, I'm going to be picking up my Dragon Ball Blu-rays from Right Stuff, Funimation, or Best Buy. I'm not going to be buying them from Amazon. I'm buying them from Walmart. I don't like Walmart that much, but I'd rather buy them from Amazon, even Amazon fulfilled. The reason I bought this from Amazon was because they gave me a gift card so I could have it in my account quicker, and that way I could get this to do the comparison. And that's what I really wanted to do, because I wanted to have, like, here's a side-by-side versus the real versus the fake, and go through the details. So I hope this was helpful. Share this with people if they're questioning, did I get a bootleg? I'm not sure, something seemed wrong. Hopefully this video can help you. So please hit the like button so that YouTube can continue to recommend this video for when people are searching for, Dragon Ball Super Bootleg, how to spot them. Because unless you know, it can be very hard to find out if you have a bootleg or not. It's tricky. So anyways, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you have specific stories of getting bootlegs from Amazon, you want to share them with me, please send them to me on Twitter specifically, or Instagram or Facebook. I have messages open. So please, if you have a story you want to tell me, let me know. I'm trying to figure out which sellers on Amazon have bootlegs, and hopefully something can be done about it in the near future. So until then, check out Hero Club at hero-club.com for all of your hero news and more. Until next time, this is Sign Out saying goodbye.